Alright, this is a Bosch 4100 table saw. Comes with an extra attachment, which is the stand, which makes this thing mobile. Okay, it actually folds up more than that. That handle right there is what you were driving around with. This handle right here, you can actually pick it up with right now and wheel it around. But when you fold it up, that handle right there will get you driving around. Okay, big red button on and off switch. The wheel and that locking handle above it, that'll help you with your depth, setting a bevel on your blade, which is taking that blade and turning it on edge, and also raises the blade higher and lower for different thicknesses of material. Okay, this piece right here is your fence. That thing slides back and forth, allowing you to cut different distances, different widths I should say, of material. Okay, and then this table right here, I'm going to show you in a second, actually opens up, gives you a 25-inch cutting area from that blade to the inside of this fence, 25 inches. So if you're cutting sheets of plywood or you're making cabinets and stuff like that. All right, that is your blade guard system. And also underneath, the actual fence that's up top right here actually sits right in here. When you pack this thing away, it locks in place. That's your wrench to take off your blades, and then here's a couple extra blades, which is pretty neat. Okay, it came with separate legs, so you'd have to pay for the legs separate, and then you get the table saw separate. Or you could mount this to something yourself, build your own stand or whatever. But this is actually two pieces, the stand and this. And what's cool about this one, you can pick it up and roll it wherever you want it. Okay, putting it in your truck by yourself, it's a different story. It's kind of heavy. All right, so now you want to close this thing up. You want to put it away. Okay, hold on tight to this one right here. Okay, drop this lever and lift the saw opposite direction. Okay, hold on tight. That thing's locked now. Okay, now you can put this thing away, and it takes up half the space. Okay. All right, so this is where they keep the cord. The cord wraps up nice and easy right here, perfect. So when you're rolling it around, you're not gonna run it over and mess your cord up. And if you do, I got a video to help you replace cord ends that we could do, that you could watch, I say. All right, stick comes off. This is your push stick, okay? Leave that up there. This is for pushing material when you get close to that blade, so your fingers don't have to go through there. Use that outside hand's fine, but closer to the blade, you use that push stick, okay? Save your fingers. All right, so this is your fence right here, okay? When you pull this handle up, this thing unlocks. Now it allows you to slide, and you cut different thicknesses right here, okay? Slide it back. You want to make sure that this end right here is locked, so when you take this thing off, you lift up on this side, and then this thing comes off, okay? It's got a little locking lever on the other side. All right, so when you put it back, put that piece in first, make sure it's hooked, drop this one down, make sure that this thing sits flat, and then it locks in nice and it doesn't move, okay? So right up front here, they've got a ruler going both ways on both sides, okay? I can move this thing back and forth. I can take this off, I can put it on this side of the blade, depending on which side I want to cut on, left or righty or whatever, okay? If I'm cutting larger material, plywood, and I want a nice straight cut and I don't want to cut it by hand with my skill saw and I want to put it on my table saw, this thing slides open, okay? So for now, I'm going to take this fence off, okay? I'm going to open up the table and show you, all right? This button right here, this lever I should say, pulls up. You notice this red button pop up? Now it's unlocked. That's in your way. So if you put material on there, you'd be hitting it. Okay, if I push it down, push that red lever down, this thing goes down, flat. Okay, so now when it's up, you know this thing's unlocked. Right? Not good if you're not ready. You can grab this thing right here, look, slides this bad boy open, all right? If I want to go farther, take this off. I want to go farther, take this thing off. So it's not attached, it's not in the way. I'm not plugged in, by the way. I'll pull this thing all the way out and it goes up to, if you could see this, which you can't, I'll show you later, 25 inches. So now from that blade to where I can put this fence on, I can get 25 inches, all right? Approximately. And this thing can go this end in first, and it can lock right back in place. And once you do, you can slide this thing, you can read your measurements, all right? One thing that I would recommend doing, well, by the way, before you do that, When you get all the way out, if that's what you want, lock it. Now this button's down, you can't move. Now you can slide this thing. Fill in the numbers. Fill the slider. No more sliding. Alright, so this is your on and off. I'm not plugged in, but if I was, you'd hear a big okay, you're not gonna hear that. Not right now anyway. On and off. Big red button. Can't miss it. Shut the thing off when you're not using it. Also, if you got kids like I do, even though they're teenagers now, if you got kids, obviously don't leave it plugged in ever. Drop the blade when you're not using it. It'll protect your blade, it won't get bent, no one will cut themselves and do nothing stupid, okay? Or ruin your blade, which they're not cheap, they're kind of expensive, okay? Especially 10-inch for table saw. These things are like 30 bucks and up, depending on what kind of blade you buy. So you don't want to be warping and bending your blades if you don't have to, and you really don't want to. All right, see this wheel? Here goes my blade, going down to Chinatown. Going back up, okay? This lever right here, I forget which way. There you go. This lever here allows this blade to bevel, okay? Depending on what you want to cut. All right? I'll teach you how to at least use the tool, and then you can do a little more studying on your own, like I did. I'll get taught by someone really good, like my father-in-law. Pull this lever up, okay? Crank it down, crank it up. Always keep it down when you're not using it, okay? Save your blade and your cash. All right, another cool attachment about this thing. This table actually extends also, okay? Which helps when you are pushing material through that saw. I'm on the back side now. When I'm pushing material this way, this will help catch it, okay? Rather than you only have about 10 inches before your material falls off, this will actually extend that, okay? You can also use a set of sawhorses, and they make stands if you sent a long piece of trim or plywood through, which is pretty much what this saw is for, is ripping longer material and making a nice straight edge, perfect edge. You'll push it through, and this will help catch it. As that plywood or whatever comes off, it's still hanging onto this, and you can kind of hold on to the end, shut your saw off, and grab it before it just, instead of having the thing just fall right off when you cut it. All right, this, my friends, is your safety guard, okay? This is your kickback teeth, all right? This thing locks in place here, okay? I always forget how to do it until I need it. This should be on almost all the time, okay? This thing just squeezes. Everything hooks right up here conveniently, okay? This is your anti-kickback. Material goes through, kind of like an arrow, with a deer arrow, and I'm not a hunter, but I don't endorse it or condone it, because I love deers, but I think they taste good. But you go through and it stops. It doesn't come back, so you can't kick back. That's what this is for, so the wood can't kick back and whack you. Okay? I'll move around the front and show you how to hook this thing up. Teeth for the anti-kick. Wood goes through, can't come back. Okay? Gets caught on these teeth if it tries. Alright, that's called the anti-kick. This is to protect your fingers. Okay? When you get your material, you're pushing your material, you're pushing it through your saw. Anytime you get close to the blade, this stick right here with the little bird's mouth, or it looks like a fish, that thing will grab your material and push it through when you are close to the blade. Okay, if I move this fence over, my other hand over here. All right, this is your miter attachment. Okay, it conveniently slides right inside of here. But not all table saws do all this, or maybe are a little bit better. Definitely little newer ones might be better, but this table saw is awesome. Okay, little wheels. Slides right inside of your table here, okay? This thing uncranks, and you can set up different angles and try to run stuff through your table saw, okay? To help you out, get different angles to cut.